Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. In my today's session, I'll be discussing about Henry Fayol's 14 Principles of Management. In the last century, organizations already had to deal with management in practice. In the early 1900s, large organizations such as production factories had to manage too. At the time, there were only few management tools, models, theory, and the methods available. Thanks to scientists like Henry Fayol, 1941 till 1925, the first foundations were laid for modern scientific management. These first concepts, also called principles of management, are underlying factors for successful management. Henry Fayol 14 principles of management are division of work, authority and responsibility, discipline, unity of command, unity of direction, subordination of individual interests, remuneration, degree of centralization, scalar chain, order, equity, stability of tenure of personnel, initiative, and expert de corps. Let's have an overview one by one. First one is division of work. In practice, employees are specialized in different areas and they have difficult skills. Different levels of expertise can be distinguished between the knowledge areas from generalist to specialist. Personal and professional development support this. According to Henry Fayol, specialization promotes efficiency of workforce and increases productivity. Then, secondly, comes authority and responsibility. In order to get things done in an organization, management has the authority to give orders to the employees. Of course, with this authority comes responsibility. The responsibility can be traced back from performance, and it is therefore necessary to make agreements about this. In other words, authority and responsibility go together and they are two sides of the same coin. Thirdly, is discipline. This third principle of 14 principle of management is about obedience. It's often a part of core values of mission statement and vision in the form of conduct and respectful interactions. Then comes unity of command. The management principle of unity of command means that the individual should receive orders from one manager and that the employee is answerable to that manager. If tasks and related responsibilities are given to the employee by more than one manager, this may lead to confusion, which may lead to possible conflicts for the employees. By using this principle, the responsibility for mistakes can be established more easily. Then comes unity of direction. The management principle of 14 principles of management is all about focus and unity. All the employees of the same activities needs to deliver and they can be linked to the same objectives. All activities must be carried out by one group that forms a team. These activities must be described in a plan of action. Then comes subordination of individual interest. There are always all kinds of interest in an organization. In order to have an organization function well, Henry Fayol indicates that the personal interests are subordinate to the interest of the organization. In the form of majority of the time, it's ethics. The primary focus is on organizational objectives and not on those of the individuals. This implies to all levels of entire organization including the managers. Then seventh one is very important, that's remuneration. Motivation and productivity are close to one another as far as the smooth running of an organization is concerned. The management principle of 14 principles of management argues that remuneration should be sufficient to keep employees motivated and productive. There are two types of remuneration, namely non monetary as a compliment, more responsibilities, credits, and monetary in the form of compensation, bonus, and other financial compensations. The eighth one is degree of centralization. Management and authority for decision making process must be properly balanced in an organization. This depends on the volume and size of an organization, including its hierarchy. Centralization implies the concentration of decision making authority at the top management, that's executive board. Sharing of authorities for the decision making process with lower levels, that includes middle and lower management, is referred as decentralization by Henry Fayol. Henry Fayol indicates that the organization should strive for a good balance in this. Then comes scalar chain. Hierarchy presents itself in a given organization. This varies from senior management to the lowest levels in the organization. Henry Fayol's hierarchy management principles state that there should be a clear line in the area of authority from top to bottom and all managers at all levels. Then comes order. According to this principle, employees in an organization must have the right resources at their disposal so that they can function properly within an organization. In addition to social order, responsibility of managers, the work environment must be safe, clean, and tidy. Then comes equity. The management principle of equity often occurs in the core values of an organization. According to Henry Fayol, employees must be treated kindly and equally. Employees must be in the right place in the organization to do the things in a right manner. Managers should supervise and monitor this process, and they should treat employees fairly and without biasness. Then comes stability of tenure of personnel. This management principle of 14 principles of management represents employment and managing of personnel, and this should be in balance with the service that is provided from the organization. Then comes initiative. Henry Fayol argued that with this management principle, employees should be allowed to express new ideas. This encourages interest and involvement and creates added value for the company. Employees' initiatives are a source of strength for the organization, according to Henry Fayol. This encourages the employees to be involved and interested. The last but not the least is Aspirate de Corps. The management principle Aspirate de Corps of the 14 principles of management stands for striving for the involvement and unity of employees. Managers are responsible for the development of morale in the workplace individually and in the area of communication. In short, we can say that the 14 principles of management used to manage organizations are very, very important, and they are useful for forecasting, planning, process management, organizational management, and multiple project management methodologies, decision making, and for having coordination and control. That is all from my side. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.